Let me tell you about my Uncle Antoine. I grew up in a town surrounded by gangsterism. Most people in my community statistically ended up with low-paying jobs or were unemployed, and this would lead a lot of people, typically the belonging to my race, to become gangsters. 40% of my matric grade 12 class end up unemployed, but it had been this way for years. My uncle, not really my uncle, more my dad's friend who I out of respect called Uncle. Antoine unfortunately fell into the statistic. In fact, he was the everything the stat implied. He was raised in a low-income home, achieved below-average marks, did drugs, and eventually he joined a gang. When Uncle Antoine became a gangster, my father, despite him not approving, remained his friend because he guaranteed my stepbrother and my protection, and he had kept his word to my stepfather that he would not let us be hurt. I was robbed twice, and both times Antoine got my stuff back. Despite being a gangster and probably killing a few people in his day, it always shocked me how humble, caring, and emotional he was. He would talk to me and my stepbrother about the cartoon we watched, and he was able to tell us all about the episodes. He was the impressive dancer, often copying moves from Michael Jackson and Usher, whom he shares a striking resemblance to. He was very emotional when talking about his mother or my stepfather, and he was never scared to cry in front of us. When he heard me and my stepbrother matriculated with good marks, he was emotional and cried when he saw how many diploma and certificates we received. A year later, after we graduated matriculated, my father told him to never come to us again because of an incident where he had left an unlicensed gun in our house, which the police found and fined my father for. We hadn't seen him in years until a few weeks ago when he came to our house. We were happy to see him, but my father was furious he was there. He told us that he was going home and wanted to say goodbye to us. It was strange to us because despite the fact that he grew up in a different area, he lived in our area for 14 years. I found out yesterday what he meant. Sadly, he had developed gastric cancer, and because he couldn't work, he didn't have money to pay for any treatment. His ex-wives refused to let him near his children. His mother had Alzheimer's, and his elder sisters, despite being nurses, refused to see him. He passed away a few days ago at the age of 43. He was always there for us, whether we needed help moving, setting up TVs, cleaning out attics, or setting up parties. I will never forget him and hope his soul might rest in peace.